Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we are returning to Master of Command. Did rearrange our units just slightly. That is giving them new items and such. There's not many to give them because the area that we're moving through is just so desolated and everything is so expensive. But let's see. Right, garrison here is plagued by disorder. The men are idle, the drills are stacked. So we could send them a unit. We would get some light cavalry. I don't think we need that. 9 infantry, commissar. I don't think we need any of that, to be honest. So yeah, we're just gonna leave them. We've got pretty much all of our units that we want to have uncovered. Okay, there is a field, an encamped army here. I don't think we can take that right now. I would much rather do a couple of things first. Re-enlist some of the deserters, get more of them, or even more. Yeah, we're gonna re-enlist these guys, why not? But then move up to this convoy, via this outpost, I suppose. Then double back and maybe deal with this encamped army. Garrison, we would delay the enemy. We'd delay the enemy by a lot. We would get some money or whatever. I think it is worthwhile to try to delay them a lot, even if it costs us some men. Right. Stop. 2 more armies. 1 more army here, an encampment there. The convoys over there. Try to catch these guys first. That's going to be the most important thing. 14,000 men with 3 pieces of artillery. Veteran musketeers. Lots of grenadiers. More grenadiers and Cossacks. I think we're gonna try to... I was struggling a little bit with the grenadiers, I feel, because getting them stuck into melee is actually such a daunting task, so I think they're better off on sort of a position where they are on the enemy flank. If we keep them sort of, if that's the part of the front line that we think the enemy's hinging around, it becomes so difficult. But like this, I think we've been fighting on this map before, right? So yeah, if we move our... Yeah, I think it's exactly the map where I had been struggling, so that's maybe a good example. Last time around I did pull in my line infantry here because it's such a nice line, right? And sort of because I didn't know any better, I moved the grenadiers into this forest. And then they were sort of flanked and they couldn't really ever move out. So maybe let's not repeat that this time around. Maybe what we're going to do this time then is maybe split it up. Or actually, I think we're going to try to be a bit more compact this time. So take most of our units, get them in a bit more compact situation, run into there, occupy that line, have our grenadiers on the right flank and sort of roll up the flank on that side. That would make some sense, I suppose. This over here, I guess, if we were to go into line formation, we could occupy that by around 3 units, I suppose. Right, so what we're going to do is take our guys here. These go in the center. These guys go on the left. These guys go on the right. These guys, we are gonna use them a bit towards the back. I think on this hill. In between this is gonna go our horse artillery with the canister. That should be good. Yeah, I like that. Good. Then you guys can go a little bit more like that. These guys in the center, that's fantastic. And you know what? We can do that over here too. Grenadiers here a little bit to the left. Oh, I think, by the way, I can promote you. Didn't even check that. Right. Okay, so that everyone is in the command line. And then that leaves our light units, which I suppose we're just gonna place in front of our main units. Which means they're going to take a lot of casualties, but you know what, that's fine. Right, and then everyone else in terms of cavalry, you guys are gonna go... One of them we said we're gonna place here. I think the rest is just gonna go sort of center here. Maybe we can place one of them on the hill. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, then that only leaves our cavalry. I think we're gonna keep the cuirassiers as backup, sort of compact. And the hussars and the dragoons, we're going to keep both of them on the left here. Because last time around we did see that the dragoons didn't really come into play too much because they were hindered by enemy cavalry presence. And that was a bit scary. Right. Deployment over. Briefly, go to... Yeah, slow speed is going to be fine. Right, all of you move here, except, of course, the guys that I just said are going to be on this hill, covering. These guys move in here. Jägers move up to the front. Cuirassiers, be a good little backup. You know, suppose you can go there. You go on this hill. You go behind these guys a little bit more central. And Grenadiers, you're going to be flanking on the right. You can run up a little bit. You can run up a little bit too. And that should be a-okay. I think I did not move my cavalry yet, so let's move them up a little bit. And at that point we can accelerate time. Just need to be fast initially so that I can make sure that sort of got everyone covered. Who's on the far left here? That's the Prussian I've got. What color do you have? Actually tell. Okay, the pink guys are over there. Okay, actually pretty fantastic. Move you over here. Still running, you're still running. I actually like that you're running. You're losing a bit of your stamina. You guys need to stop running. Are the Jägers running? No. Okay. You guys, go back to normal speed here. Get into line formation. Get maybe a little bit behind everyone else so that the Jägers can get a bit into the forest. I should probably unlimber my artillery, right? You need to be a bit more like over here. You guys do unlimber, please. And just find yourself a good target. I suppose for you, Prussian horse, I think I would like to shoot the cavalry for once. Although still, I guess that is still a good target for us, right? Okay, you guys are fine where you are. You guys haven't unlimbered you yet. Yeah, and these lifeguards, make sure that you are facing that way. Cavalry's is pretty much outflanked them already. Do we just want to go in against their horses? That would be lovely. The horses tend to be a big problem for us. Grenadiers, mostly fine. Get you up even further on the flank there. You guys have been running a bit too long, but not in line, by the way. Are you guys in line? Oh. I think I need to move you up a little bit so that at least you are behind the hedge. That means you guys need to be kind of like that. That means you guys actually need to be in front of the hedge. You're not going to be having a lot of cover there, but that's okay. And then angle you a little bit. Okay, that's fine. You're doing fine like that. Maybe should these guys instead? You definitely need to come across this river so that I'm a bit more flexible in employing you. Okay, we are causing a little bit of damage at least. Including on the artillery. Interesting to see their cavalry. Okay, seems like we need to spread out because their artillery is now switching targets to our cavalry. Fine for now. Didn't cause too much damage there. Okay, well, if you're not engaging us with your cavalry, then we might as well try to come in. Hit and run the artillery, please. Okay, you guys, go there, quickly. Quickly. You guys, stay over here. Quickly. Oh, no, that was the wrong guys. You. Still. Bam, bam, bam. That's good. You need to run. All of you need to run because the artillery is going to fire and it's going to be nasty. And you're actually charging. Okay. Maybe we took a bit too much here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. Look at these guys. Ooh, not good, not good. Is anyone free to countercharge? You are. Yeah, this is where the cuirassiers would have been super helpful. Come on, charge! Speaking of charging, you guys get stuck into battle here. How about the line here? Seems like we could be doing a bit better, no? Especially with these Jaegers, maybe even be in front of the enemy line? Maybe that's a good idea, don't you think? Right, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Russian Life Guard. Turn around a little bit. Okay, and then back to the cavalry battle. Oh, our guys were shattered. I think that means that they... I still think that means that they are around for the battle. They're not completely killed. But, this is much nastier than I had hoped. Their cavalry was much better at taking care of them there. Right, looks like the Jaegers are a little bit awkward here. So, let's get them in front of the other guys. You guys are fine. Let's actually try to attack them. You guys can wheel around a little bit. Let's look at the situation here with the Grenadiers. Right. Okay, pretty much in a firefight here. Halt. You don't have grenades. Go to ball. Charge here. That's charge here. That's a brutal fight. Grenadiers against Grenadiers is always going to be a brutal fight. And okay, at least face the enemy so that you're not being shot in your rear. What else is happening? There is a cavalry unit here. No, that's just our guys withdrawing. That's all fine. Some stuff happening over there. Yeah. But these guys here, well, we're pouring fire into them. Come on, come on. I want them to shoot, and then we're gonna do this, and I'm still not sure whether it's left click or right click. They did a left click now. They are throwing. Okay, fine. You don't need to retreat, but you guys should try to score some experience here. Right. Looks like they're reforming their line a little bit. We're going to try to counter that. They are trying to hunt down our cavalry. I don't think I want my cavalry to be engaged any further, so we're going to try to withdraw with them. You guys move up. You guys don't need to chase them. You guys can go ahead and chase them a little bit. Right. Good. I think basically everyone done here. Maybe let's have Cuirassiers try to earn a little bit more experience. And the Freikorps Jägers again, no, you don't need to do that. Who are you shooting at? Cuirassiers and Lifeguards. Well, the Lifeguards. Bam, bam, bam. Interesting that they haven't withdrawn yet. Let's have you run away. That does give a chance to our Lifeguard here to engage the Russian Grenadiers, and I think they should be doing pretty well at that. 500 Dragoons, you know what? Not sure why you don't have the quarter shot. And they're gone. Even just getting them close to them and getting them to wheel around, that already helps. So yeah, that's lovely. Good. Hopefully some good loot. Well, the $1,000 is not bad. I like the heavy stack. I like that. I think we've actually replaced that already. The rest I don't think is too useful. Lost more men than I care to admit. Don't have that much ammo. I think we need the ammo. So we are gonna do this. And who did take the casualties here? Mostly our cavalry, due to that unholy charge there initially. Definitely needed the ammo. Right. So I think, yeah, you guys can be promoted. As usual, let's do this and get you to be Lifeguards. Yes, please. Yes, I'm going to keep your color scheme. But I do think that we need to adjust that slightly because that black is incorrect. We're going to use orange. Yeah, but that looks good to me. Right. And then you're going to get your stuff back. Good. So they are all Lifeguards now, right? Yes. So they can't be promoted any further. But these Grenadiers can. To Prussian Veteran Grenadiers. That's the first unit of Veteran Grenadiers that we have. So that's lovely to see. How are they actually different? Just got one more bandolier. And they got a couple of things there on the collars, I guess. Right. You guys can't, so that's okay. Right, let's look at these things. 10, 12. I think you've got that. Slightly better than what you've got. They should be slightly better than what you've got. That's basically the same. Exactly the same. No, I think we're gonna keep the heavy stuff on you. You know what? You guys are being charged much more often, so you're gonna get that. Right, the rest is fine. I don't think this is any better than what we've got. You guys all have the excellent stuff. No, you don't. Okay, so it was nice after all. This stuff we can potentially keep. Accuracy and cover bonus for the artillery. Something that we might want to keep. Accuracy and cover bonus. Got a bit of cover. Accuracy and cover bonus. That's exactly what you have. You don't have anything. Accuracy is appreciated always, right? I like the reload on you. I definitely like the max range on you. Okay, so we're going to spend a little bit money here to do that. That's okay. We do have more money to potentially get more things here. You've all got good treaties. Reload. Yes. Fire damage received and accuracy. That's exactly what I have here. You guys not going to get anything. Reload and movement speed. I think I prefer the reload, definitely. 132. We can reduce that slightly, right? Yes, we can completely free up the gun pickets here. Could of course give you better ones, but I don't think that's really what we need. Give you this. The Bibles. I think they can be useful. Can't give you that because that would replace the reload. And that then would not be better at all. The accuracy, reload and movement speed. I really love the reload. And honestly, the movement speed does come in handy too. So I think we don't have a place for this really. I mean, you could get another treaty. Morale and veterancy gain. We can replace that at some point. 250. This is getting expensive, but honestly, fire damage received and accuracy bonus is gonna be useful. Might as well. Okay. This stuff we're gonna keep because, again, it can potentially be at some point. Some point is now. 11 seconds. That wouldn't replace anything of stuff that you've got. So, again, let's use it. Use it or lose it, I think. Right. There's another convoy. There's another convoy there. There's an encampment here. Briefly jump by the encampment. And take stuff, capture weapons, or ransack. And we're facing a tough enemy. And we're gonna get all the other stuff. 2 weapons. I like the weapons, of course, much more than any of the other stuff. The only question is, do we want to face another enemy army? And I think we want, but probably not this time because that's... You know what? I think we have just enough time for that. I think we have just enough time for that. What have we got? Delft carbines and dragoon swords. Not the best, honestly. I think even the dragoons are, I think, better with the hussar sabers that give slightly better charge. And I mean, it's excellent, but still not better than anything that we've got. So that's not good. And the Delft carbines, on the other hand, they might be nice. No. So let's compare that to the Potsdams that I think we've got. Worse accuracy, not good. Slightly better range, eh. The charge is better, but I don't think the charge is... I don't think it actually counts towards this because it's a secondary weapon and primary weapon. So, yeah, it's not really better. It's... Oh, just the range a little bit. Potsdams. I mean, potentially against the basic Potsdams it's better. Yeah, let's do it like that. And then this stuff goes into the for sale stuff. Right. 13,000 men. But they are counting as pretty good. Mostly grenadiers and a couple of fusiliers. Lots of horse grenadiers and cuirassiers, which we've been struggling with. But let's do that kind of quickly. Should hopefully be doing this in less than 10 minutes, right? I think that should be less. So, it's going to be a tough one. I don't want to rush it too much because it's going to be a tough fight. We've been humiliated before. Right, what map have we drawn? The one that I Do I actually like any map? I do like the one with the river. We haven't had that one in a while. What I do like is this area here. They've got a super long line. Let's keep that in mind. I do like this too, to be honest. This force I don't like. They can come through there. Although on the other hand, their center has always kind of faltered pretty badly, right? So position one flank here, the center here, and another flank here. Split our grenadiers. Couple of them on the right, couple of them on the left. Could work. Yeah, let's try that. Want to experiment a little bit. So you guys go in the center, but what I dislike is that the general is always not in the center. So let's do it like that. Then you guys have the extremely good cover bonus and the good range. I don't think we need you at any particular point. Do it like that. And grab all of you into here. Shouldn't be too far. I don't think I need to put you in any special formation. Light infantry is just going to be behind you initially, but you're going to filter through. Then the grenadiers. You guys are the good ones, so go there, and you go sort of ish. We'll sort that out once we're a little bit closer to the front there. I like that hill, right? I like that hill. Who are we going to put on that hill? Certainly, I think our main artillery pieces. And the Freikorps artillery piece can go a little bit further to the right. And where do we put our canister? I think we need to be a little bit aware here of what's happening on the left-hand side. I had a lot of cavalry, so I don't want to completely expose it. Okay, let's put it in the center here between the right flank and our other guys. Sense. Cavalry, I'm gonna keep you more in reserve for now because I've been bloodied too badly last time. We do want to learn, right? Okay. Deployment over. Guys, go here. You guys go into the city. Cuirassiers, move up behind the main force. One group of hussars is gonna cover the flank of the grenadiers. The other is gonna cover the other flank of the grenadiers. We're gonna go up until there, kind of. Suppose our grenadiers can be staggered behind a little bit in this area. Right? It's a bit too far. I think we need to be closer to the front there. Right. The goons, I'm gonna go here. Everyone is going somewhere, right? Are you guys advancing? I don't think you are. Okay. Do it like that and see where we're gonna get from there. Haven't told you where to go. Is this gonna be enough? Potentially not, right? Be closer. Right, let's see. Run for a little bit. If you guys run for a little bit. There's no point in not running to your positions, at least for a while. Because it allows you to regain some stamina later. Right. On limber. On limber. That canister on limber, and I should do my preparations, and that is you, and you are going to walk to melee, and you're going to go to... Right, you guys go to line. To normal speed, please, because you don't necessarily need to be exhausted. You're doing the canister shot thing, okay, and then you guys, all of you, go to line formation, and let's see how far we can extend that. Like so. That makes a lot of sense. Then these grenadiers can go to normal speed, please, and... Right. Yeah, I like it. Good. Are the Jaegers in front of our troops? They are. Lovely. You're going to deploy your deployables soon. That's also very nice. What is our artillery actually shooting at? How about you shoot at the... Oh. I was wondering why were they moving so quick. Let's shoot at their artillery. Let's actually shoot at their horse grenadiers. I've been coming to fear these guys. Let's try to devastate them. Who are you shooting at? Someone over there? Suppose that's okay. Don't think we need to blast their far right there. Can we actually shoot you with direct fire? That'd be fun. Let's see whether we can do a lot of damage. 139. It's a very long distance. But apparently, we just killed an artillery unit with canister shot. I fancy that. Right. Since these cuirassiers are moving into canister shot range, even though just barely, I still think that's fun. Right. Okay. Grenadiers are taking a bit too many casualties here. Let's draw them out in a line. That's from the artillery, of course. Their cavalry's over there. I think the dragoons are very nice to counter enemy artillery too. Okay, the cuirassiers did take some casualties there. That's lovely to see. These grenadiers have regained some of their stamina. Let's get them in a bit more fancy formation. I guess you guys... I'm actually going to ask you to reload buck and ball while you're moving here. And you're going to go back into an attack column formation. Then you can hit them in their flanks. Look at what they're doing here. No, hold. We're going to wait for you to reload. And once you have that, you can do it. Right. Their cuirassiers, I think, are doomed if they are trying to keep this up. We're going to extend our line a little bit though, and wheelie around a little bit, because I don't want to lose my guys here. Well, the cuirassiers are potentially wheeling around against us here, so let's take our hussars. This is going to be devastating. Okay, well, maybe try not to get shot. Oh, but they are turning. Don't shoot now. They are turning. Reload. Come on, reload. Now you can shoot. I think that was devastating. You're shooting these guys? They should be done for soon. How's the rest of the line holding up? Very nicely. Look at them melting. I know I say that often, but they are. I need to be a bit careful with these guys over there. How about you shoot them? Horse grenadiers are, I find, very, very dangerous. Run. Don't know what these cuirassiers are doing. That's fine. You're gonna be killing them. You're killing them. You're killing them. That's all cool. Someone is very close here. Maybe shoot these guys if they are just right sort of in your face. And I'm afraid that these guys might charge in. So let's get the dragoons here and quickly maybe. Yeah, but with these lifeguards firing now, I think the grenadiers are gonna be done for. Yeah, nice. What's happening here? Ah! Lots of casualties on our grenadiers. But on the other hand, broke them quickly. Okay, so you're gonna try to run away a little bit here. Because I think it would be fun to not be shot by the Fusiliers. What's happening on the left? Okay, Grenadiers, you did well. You did well. Grenadiers fighting against the Grenadiers. Okay. Okay, nice. Good. You go here. Try to maybe deal some, a blow against them. Life Guard. Yeah, you're firing. Got Cuirassiers there. Got the Dragoons ready. Cuirassiers, I think you need to countercharge their Cuirassiers. Don't want to move the Jaegers because they would be... Actually, it appears you don't need to do that. Right, very nice. Interesting to see how quickly you're burning through your ammunition. You need to be a little bit more mindful of that, I think. Right, these Grenadiers have been taking quite a bit of a punishment here, I have to say. Even though they're in pretty good cover, but their Grenadiers are pretty good. Okay, so... do this. Shoot. Switch to buckshot. Move over here. You can do that quickly. How's that looking on the right? Okay, let's try to catch them. Right. What have they got? They've got these horse grenadiers. And a bit of cavalry there. Okay, we shattered them. These grenadiers are fine. What have we got for our... These Freikorps Hussars, they don't really need experience. We're going to use our Dragoons against their artillery. And our artillery is pouring fire into them, so I don't think they should be engaged too badly. Move back the Freikorps, since they really don't need any further experience. And likewise, you guys can also go back, because I think you're not going to be relevant for so much longer. That basically leaves you. That's okay. I think you're going to be able to deal with these horse grenadiers. Okay, Bulwark Dragoons. Do something against the artillery. Maybe I shouldn't be charging them. Maybe I shouldn't be charging them. Okay, at least they didn't seem to have anything too strong there. Okay, fine. You're charging. You're charging, that's fine. Fantastic. Dragoons. Get rid of them, and that should seal the deal. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, 2 battles here. 40 minutes. I know it's a bit too long. But yeah, I like to beat it. And it's a tough fight, but I think we did fairly well. We're coming a little bit back here. Right, what are we going to do? What are we going to find? That's nice. The rest of the stuff really isn't that useful. No. The pontoons are kind of nice. What do we need? I think we need men, so we're going to go with that. Do we see any big promotions? Looking on the Grenadiers there, I think they might be nice to promote. And indeed, you know, I've seen that this doesn't really change anything, so yeah, we promote you. Keep your uniforms. You are white. If you're white, then why is this grey? You can't be promoted yet. Everyone else is sort of out-promoted anyway. Running low on ammo, but it's okay-ish. Speaking of promotions... Russian Grenadiers, you got that. And then the rest of the stuff is sort of garbage. Right. Being said, let's try to get our new units and then deal with these big armies. Try to get a couple of items as we go along, but that's gonna have to wait until next time. See you then. Bye bye.